Okay, I'm continuing to mount the Pilot 6.9s. Just wanted to go over a couple quick things. Stock, cheap, basic carbides that come on just about all of these sleds is this 4-inch. It's got 3 pads in the front. Basically 2 pads in front of the bend, 1 pad at the bend, and then a 4-inch cutting carbide, 90 degree. This is a square bar. You know, this is basically what comes on all the sleds. So what I usually do is I take the square bar when it's brand new and I move it to the outside. That's a good spot for this brand new square carbide on the outside. It'll live there probably almost the whole life of the sled. No problem, barely wears. Good spot for that carbide. Of course, you have to drill the holes on a brand new sled. These are brand new Pilot 6.9, so I had to drill the holes. 5/16, I believe. You could probably drill the holes 3/8 because it is a little bit easier to slide them in then. So drill your holes. Basically, they just center them right in the little grooves that are underneath. Just center them right in and angle them up through. No rocket science there. Now, what I wanted to show you is, so that's that square carbide. Now, these are the carbides that I really have been liking for a couple seasons. It's called Extreme. It's from Skidoo. 1/2-inch round bar. I've got pictures of these when they're brand new. These probably have 2,500 miles on them. Now they're kind of worn at an angle there because they were before I was shimmed. But what you need to do with these big bars is you need to grind the ends a little bit. You got to narrow them down a little bit so they'll fit up into that channel. Otherwise, the 1/2-inch won't fit up in that channel. So you just grind them down a little bit. Just a hair. Just touch each side on the grinder. Just the ends. So here's the brand new Extreme bar that I just ordered. Now, what you're going to find is the old part number, I think it ends in 031, is no longer available. So this nice carbide that I've been running and having nice light steering, but you know, a pretty aggressive carbide because it is a 1/2-inch round bar, it hangs down pretty good, is no longer available, which really bothers me because I like that carbide. So basically what it had is it had 5 inches of 60-degree cutting carbide, and then it had another inch in front of that of cutting carbide that was set higher up in there. So these were all set lower, and then this one was set up higher, and then the 2 pads in front. So that was great. Now this has been replaced with a new part number. So if you punch in that 031 part number for an Extreme carbide, the fish or the dealer, it'll update the number. The computer will instantaneously update the number because I tried it at the dealer to this new Extreme part number. So if you order Extreme carbides 1/2-inch and they're called 5-inch by 1/2-inch round bar, you're not going to get these nice ones. You're going to get these new ones. And it's pretty disappointing because now the carbide is only 4 inches long of cutting carbide. You still have the 1 inch of carbide that's set up higher in there, but now you only have 4 inches instead of 5. So that was 5 plus 1. This is basically 4 plus 1. Still got the pads in the front. So the rest of the bar is the same. It's still got the 2 pads. It's still a 1/2-inch bar. It's still got this cutting carbide set inside deeper, but now it's only got 4 inches here instead of 5 on this one. So I got them anyways because I ordered them. I figured I would take them. This is a 1200, so it might have a heavier front end steering feel. So I might like these actually because I do want light steering effort above all. But I was able to make my sled just rail through the trails with these last year. Now that was an E-Tech. So this is a whole different sled. So I'm going to try these. If I don't like them, I'll have to go to like a 6-inch Woody's. which is called Trailblazer 4 from BRP. And the 6-inch Woodies is basically 6 inches of cutting carbide with no pads anywhere, just a little bit of hard weld up here. Now they're going to be a little heavier steering because they're 6-inch, but what I do not like about the Trailblazer 4 is the fact that they're flat top. So it's not a round bar. It's a round bar on the bottom and on the sides, but the top of it is flat. So the very, very, very top of that bar on the Trailblazer 4 is flat. So now when you bolt it up into the ski, it does not hang down as far as the round bar does. A full 1/2-inch round bar hangs down further than a flat top 1/2-inch bar. Trailblazer 4 by Woodies, or like I said, Trailblazer 4 in BRP. So in my opinion, these might be just as aggressive because they actually hang down more than the Trailblazer 4. But of course the 6-inch is going to last you longer. So that's that. Square stockers on the outside. I am going to actually mount these. Well, these will go up in here for my normal season, and I'm going to try those out. And, you know, they're like $65. You know, by the time you put your 20% dealer discount on it, they're cheap. You know, so they're probably, you could get 2 pairs of these for cheaper than 1 pair of shapers. And personally, I don't like the shapers because the steering effort is just increased too much. I've proven that you do not need heavy steering to make a sled rail and carve in the corners. You just don't need it. So I'm going to be putting these on this year, those on the outside. Okay, carbide discussion done.